Good morning and welcome back, Lancers. I'm Mrs. Steyer, your school principal. We are so excited to have our entire student body together and back at Lincoln. Over the last year, I have learned so many things that I never dreamed that I would have to learn. And I've watched all of you learn how to learn differently. I am so incredibly proud of each and every one of you and the work that you've put in since we have not been together at school. I encourage you to finish this school year strong and to be on time each and every day. We only have 9 weeks of school left, so we really need to make the most of it. I encourage you to work hard and just know you can count on us to be there for you if you need help. I want you to understand that you're safe inside of our building. Everyone will still be required to wear a mask, covering both your nose and your mouth. The only exceptions to this would be when you're eating breakfast and lunch. In the classroom, please follow your teacher's lead around social distancing guidelines. Chip in and help out when it comes to cleaning the desks and keeping the areas sanitized. We're cleaning the building every evening to ensure that we can all stay safe from COVID. When you enter into the building, we ask you to go directly to your advisory class. And when you leave each class, go directly to the next class. Please don't congregate in the hallways at any time. Now that we're back to school full-time, our teachers will shift their focus to the physical classroom. So in the event that you're sick and you need to stay at home, you'll be able to watch the classroom, but I want you to know there'll be little to no interaction with your teacher during these times. We really need you to be here when you can be here. It'll be your responsibility to make up assignments and to advocate around getting your needs met when you're out of school. In the event that you become quarantined, it depends on how large that group is. We may adjust instruction at that time. So you'll get some more information about that in the event that that occurs. So Lancers, welcome back. Mr. Thompson is next up and he is going to remind you about the Lancer Way.
Hi Lancers, Mr. Thompson here. At Lincoln, we live by one set of guidelines. It's called the Lancer Way. We believe that each day you have a choice. You can choose your attitude and your effort. Every day, we believe in you and we want you to make the right choice. We want you to choose excellence. So when you walk through these doors and under this sign, make sure that you're choosing your attitude and effort to meet these guidelines, and always, always choose excellence. You can do it. We're here to support you. Hey Lancers, as you approach the school in the morning, this is going to be for drop-off. 6th and 7th grade parents, you're going to continue down here to the west. 8th grade parents, you're going to come down here and take a right down this dirt road and back through the gate. For drop-off in the morning, there are no dropping off students along this street. Please proceed down into the Boys and Girls parking lot and head as you're directed by the staff members. You're going to go down through here and exit to the west. Out here in the north of the building is where the 8th grade is going to be dropped off and picked up in the afternoon. During drop-off in the morning, you're going to use the pass lane and just stop up here, let your kids get out, and move on down through the fence over here. During pickup, it's a little bit different. We have 2 lanes. This is going to be a stop lane to wait for your student to come out of the building. If your student's already out, you can get in the pass lane, pick them up, and head right on out the gate. In the afternoon, as you come closer to the school, 6th and 7th grade parents, you're going to take a left here and head west. 8th grade parents, you're going to come down here and take a right down this dirt road and back through the gate. For pickup in the afternoon, 6th and 7th grade parents are going to line the street here, out in front of the Boys and Girls Club. Park as far west as you can. There is no parking in the boys and girls parking lot in the afternoon. Students will exit the building, come through the parking lot, and meet their parents out here on the street. Again, please park as far west as possible so students can come out here and we can fit as many cars as possible. And you can park on both sides of the street here. Hey Lancers, just as a reminder, this is closed for all parents. It's strictly for buses for pickup and drop-off.
Mr. Thompson, when I get to school, my tummy's a rumbling because I'm hungry. What's the deal with breakfast?
Good question, Mr. Mack. At each pod, there's going to be a cart full of breakfast. If you want a breakfast, grab one on your way to the class. If you forget it's only 10 feet away from your classroom, make sure to get it before class starts. Eat in your advisory class. Hey, Mr. Mack, what's the scoop on the lockers?
Well, there's going to be no locker use, which means we're going to continue to carry around all our gear, computer, backpacks, jackets with us wherever we go. And that includes at lunchtime. So, no lockers right now. We want to keep those hallways moving, don't congregate, and carry everything around with you, and we'll be good to go.
Sounds like a great plan.
Miss Runyon, it looks like the water fountains are still bagged up. Are we going to be able to use those once we're back?
No, you will not be able to use the drinking fountains at all, just like how we've been doing it during the hybrid. However, the water bottle refilling stations are ready to use. So I suggest keeping a water bottle with you at all times, making that one of your school supplies, putting a water bottle in your backpack so when you get thirsty, you come, fill it up. You need to stay hydrated.
And what about bathrooms?
The bathrooms, that has changed a little bit. So before there were signs outside the bathrooms that said how many students could be in there. Now there's a rule that it's the number of sinks. So you might want to poke your head in, see how many sinks are in there, and that's the number of students that should be in the bathroom. If you notice there's more students in there, you need to exit and wait outside until there's room for you in the bathroom. We've got to keep that social distancing and keep safe. So Mr. Mack, if I have PE on my schedule, what's the deal with the gym and using the dressing rooms?
So PE is going to be really fun, but still we can't use the locker rooms to dress out. So on your PE days, make sure you're dressed, ready to play. And remember, it's PE, not PU, so bring your deodorant.
Hi, Miss Runyon.
Hello.
I have a question for you. What are we doing about lunch?
Well, students, because everybody's returning, lunch is going to look a little different, but some of the structures are going to stay the same. You're still going to eat lunch with your A cohort or your B cohort, and you're actually going to sit in the exact same seats in the cafeteria that you've been sitting in. The difference is when you eat and when you go outside for recess. If you're in the A group, you're going to immediately, when it's lunchtime, walk through the doors of the cafeteria and take a seat. Same seats you did last time. If you're in the B cohort, you're going to immediately walk out the doors in the cafeteria and go straight out to the field. Halfway through lunch, you will be directed, if you're in the A cohort, you're going to walk out the encore hallway all the way out through the gym back doors to the field, and the B group is going to come in from the field into the cafeteria and eat. The key for you to remember is just listen to adult directions and what to do. Make sure that we'll give you all the steps that you need, and remember where you sit in the cafeteria and if you're the A group or the B group. Hi Lincoln students, my name is Miss Runyon and I am the new dean this year at Lincoln Middle School. Some of you may have known me last year. I was a reading teacher, and some of you I haven't had a good chance to meet because we've been in hybrid and the school year's just been so different. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to see more of you in the hallway. Feel free to come up, say hi. I'd love to meet all of you. So one thing I do want to talk to you about is the Dean's List. So we've had the Dean's List for many years here at Lincoln, and the way that you can earn recognition on our Dean's List is to earn an average of 6 or higher in all of your classes. So that means no 4s, 3s, or anything lower than that. So make sure that you work hard and get your name up here on this Dean's List. This here is the Dean's List for this past fall semester. So as you walk down this hallway, take a look at these students and the hard work that these individuals did to earn this recognition. If you want to be on this wall, work hard for this next semester. So I know that you guys can all do it. Even though it's been a hard year, work hard and get your name on this list.
Hey, what you doing, Mac?
I'm just preparing for the staff versus student soccer games, Mr. Thompson.
All right.
Yes. Thursday and Friday, we have a game against the 7th grade and 8th grade, and then next week on Tuesday, we play a 6th grade, 8th grade team mix. Are you ready?
I'm ready. What's gonna happen?
I believe we will continue the tradition and our staff will go undefeated.
All the way.
What do you think? 2 years ago at Lincoln, we started something called the Kindness Revolution, where we really focused on all the different ways that kindness can take form. And when it got cut short by COVID, we already had tens of thousands of recognized acts from students and staff. But there are still tons of ways that we can show kindness and respect when we get back. There's super obvious ways like, let's not cyberbully, let's not harass, whether it's on social media or Microsoft Teams. We need to use more positive, inclusive language by not using names or comments that make people feel bad. At Lincoln, we really want to celebrate the rich diversity we have and not make anyone feel like an outsider. A super important way to do this now is to be sensitive and understanding of your peers and teachers, some of whom have had life-changing events that were connected to COVID-19, racial equity, or other events that happened in their lives. Some of you are way excited to see your peers and teachers and be in person, but there are some people out there who aren't. They're still a little bit nervous. Let's show patience and kindness to those who are struggling by not teasing or making light of the last year or the impacts of COVID-19. Let's try to spread joy and not judgment. So I have a challenge for you. Your teacher has one of these cards. This card is a compliment. You're going to put a couple adjectives and give it to somebody in this building. We're going to do that as soon as you get this in advisory class. There's other ways that you can really participate and find joy and meaning here at Lincoln as well. We have over 190 kids right now participating in activities and sports. You should be one of them. Those things that you can sign up for coming up real soon are flag football, track and field, unified basketball, girls soccer, computer coding club, as well as bike club. You can add to that number. We want you to be hooked in and excited for school. That includes 6th graders. The only thing 6th graders can't do is unified basketball, but 6th graders, you can sign up for all those other clubs and activities. Please see me at the office, Mr. Mack at the office, or during lunch if you're interested in these, and we'll get you the things that you need in order to join. We're happy to see you walking down the halls of Lincoln. We're glad you're back. Help us make sure every Lancer feels like this is the best place to be.
Hi Lancers, welcome back. It's so great to have you all back in the building again. We are really excited and we're so proud of you. So we as your counselors are here. We want to share a few things. Miss Green, Mr. A, Miss Sutherland, we're all here to share some things with you this morning. We know that you might be feeling a mixture of feelings. Some of you might be really excited to be back at school. Some might be kind of scared, nervous. We understand that, and it's okay. We're going to get through this, and we're so excited to be here with you. And so we want to share some things with you. First, we just want to talk about the calendar. So I'm going to show my screen here, and you're going to see the green-yellow calendar. You should also be getting a copy of this so you can keep it in your planner. But if you notice, you're going to see that it changes a little bit now that we're in 4th quarter and that we're back full time. We are back 5 days a week. So we're coming back again on Fridays into the building. But you'll see that today is a green day and then tomorrow is going to be a yellow day. It's going to alternate now, green, yellow, green for this week and continue to do that. So this is different than how we had our green, yellow before. So just make special note of this, that it does alternate green, yellow, green, yellow. So you'll want to make sure that you follow that. And then you'll also notice in April, there's a couple days here. You'll notice the 16th is a no school on that day. So you don't have to come to school on that Friday. And then on the 19th, that is a day that you will be doing learning from home. So you will have work to do at home. You won't have live classes, but you will have work to do at home that day as teachers will be in the building working. So just make special note of those 2 classes coming up in April. Otherwise, we want you to notice your schedule that you should have, that there won't be any changes to your individual schedule. You're going to continue into the same classes that you had during 3rd quarter. You're going to go to those for 4th quarter, so we won't be making any changes to your schedules. So we know you'll continue to do an amazing job in those classes. So now I am going to turn it over to Miss Sutherland.
Hi, everybody. I hope you had the best break ever. We are so excited you're back. I'm going to talk to you about a few things. The first is how to access counselors. So we are here for you and support you, whatever you're going through at the time. But here's a few ways to get a hold of us. The first way is to ask us directly when you see us in the hallway. We will let you know when we're available. You can also email us. You can send us a chat on Microsoft Teams. You can ask your teacher if you can see us and that they'll call us to see if we're available. You can fill out the counselor check-in form, and your advisory teacher will share how to do this when you come back from break. Okay, so those are some ways to get a hold of us. Second, I'll just let you know that students will be allowed in student services, but please note counselors can see only one student at a time. Okay, so be sure to check in with Mrs. Eddy before you see one of us. Now I'm going to move on to talk about the use of the wellness room. Did you know we have an awesome wellness room at school? It's located in student services. Please ask your teacher permission to use this room if you're feeling like you need a break. There are many tools you can use to practice emotional regulation and calming down strategies. Some of these tools include coloring, deep breathing exercises, using the massage chair or punching bag, reading, and so much more. You will need to be trained on how to use a wellness room and will need to sign a contract with a counselor. We also have a virtual wellness room that you can use to self-regulate when you're in the classroom. So to find this, I'm going to show you real quick on how to locate the virtual wellness room. You're going to first go to the Lincoln homepage. And here's a Lincoln homepage. Then you're going to click the Counseling and Student Services tab, then go all the way down to Counseling Website, click that, and you're going to scroll all the way down. And bada bing, bada boom, there is the wellness room. Okay, so be sure to take advantage of the virtual wellness room and the actual wellness room when you need it. All right.
Yeah, one of the things we also want you to be aware of, we are always here for you and we care about you, but you might have a crisis or something of concern that comes up on the evenings or weekends. And we want you to know who to reach out to in those times, because in those times we aren't available. So we want you to know that there are resources for you. So I'm going to have Mr. A is going to start by talking about an amazing resource.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to you guys about Safe to Tell again. And current 7th and 8th graders may already have that app downloaded on their phone, but it's also easily accessible on any of your laptops. So I'm going to show you that. We're also going to talk just a minute about suicide prevention, and the Alliance for Suicide Prevention is coming back to Lincoln in April. We love them so much because they help keep everybody at Lincoln happy, healthy, and safe. And that's our goal for every one of you guys. So look for the Alliance for Suicide Prevention to come back to PE classes in April, and with their program that's called RAP, Raising Awareness of Personal Power. Through that program, we learn how to take care of each other and kind of what to do or what to say if you or a friend of yours is having any thoughts about self-harm. Along those same lines, there's also Safe to Tell. And so I wanted to show you how easily accessible Safe to Tell is. And I want you to know that Safe to Tell is an anonymous way to report a concern, a safety concern that you might have for anybody. Anonymous means that when you complete a report with Safe to Tell, that your name does not have to go on that report unless you are concerned about your own safety. So again, going back to the Lincoln homepage, you'll notice that Safe to Tell red icon is right there. And when you click on it, it will take you to the Safe to Tell website. You can click on Submit an Anonymous Report. And then if you scroll down, you would just click on Submit an Anonymous Tip. When you click on Submit an Anonymous Tip, it takes you to this page. And it's real easy to do. Only takes a couple minutes. You'll see there's those options in language, so you can change the language like to Spanish if you need to. Should already put your school in the reports. That's really easy. And just as an example, in the event description there, I wrote, my friend Emma is talking about hurting herself on TikTok. And notice I included her last name, but that's not a real person. It's just an example. But maybe you see somebody talking about self-harm on social media or through text or whatever way they do, and you don't know exactly what to do. This is the best thing to do, is to report it on Safe to Tell. You'll see this drop-down menu here for concern and event types. In this case, we're worried about self-harm for Emma, and then we're going to scroll down. They're going to want to know about when you saw this, what was the social media, and you can also copy and paste their social media username or URL right in there. And if you have a screenshot, you can upload that as well. When you're done, you just click the submit button. And then what happens next is that our school resource officer gets a call, and then that person contacts one of us. And right away, kind of like a 911 call, we make sure that that student is okay and that they're safe. And the great thing about that is if they do need extra help and extra support, we're able to provide that for them. So we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for taking care of yourselves and taking care of each other and reporting those concerns when those pop up. Ms. Sevlin, back to you.
Thank you, Mr. A. That's a great resource to use. And I'm going to talk about the Colorado Crisis Services Center now. So let me go ahead and share this awesome Colorado resource. And it's just another resource to have handy. They are so awesome. Whatever you're going through, they're there to help you. It's support and counseling for yourself or someone that you care about. And there's different ways to get a hold of them. Here's a 1-844 number, 1-844-493-8255. And they also have a cool thing that you can text the word talk to 38255. So in case you don't really feel like talking to someone on the phone, you can actually text talk to that number and they will get back to you right away. So I just wanted to show you Colorado Crisis Services. It's an awesome resource to have, and I hope you can visit this whenever you're feeling like you need a tool like this. So I just wanted to show you that. And back to Mr. A, who's going to talk about finishing the school year strong.
All right, guys. Yeah, so we're so excited that we're all back together, and this will be the only quarter of this entire school year where we all get to learn together. We get to be here not only Monday through Thursday, but Friday as well. So guys, we just encourage you to finish the school year strong. Go for that dean's list. Try to get those 6s or better in all of your classes. Reach out to your teachers, your counselors, when you have questions, when you need help, and let's have the best quarter of the entire year here in quarter 4. So guys, that's it from us. Don't forget to have a great day and lead
the Lancer way.